Hello, beautiful people. Let's start in the kneeling position today as we bring our hands to heart center, raising them above our head as we raise up off our heels, and then slowly exhaling as we sit back on our heels. Inhaling, exhaling as we lower, inhaling as we rise, exhaling as we sit. Taking the arms out front and taking the left leg out to the side so it's nice and straight. Bringing the right arm overhead. Left hand is running down the left leg. Sitting again, raising our arms. Right leg goes out to the side. Left arm comes up overhead. Getting a beautiful side stretch here. Knees together, sitting. Raising, left leg out to the side. Side bend, right arm overhead. Lowering, raising, right leg out to the side. Raising the arms high, bringing them down to the earth, and then spinning that right leg around to the back, left leg going long. And then right arm, left leg, taking them as high as you can, getting this beautiful curve through the spine, kind of like a smiley face shape, if you like. Really squeezing the glutes as you raise those legs, trying to get a little bit higher each time. Feet together now, knees apart at the side of the mat as we come into child's pose. Resting our bottom on our heels, arms are stretched out as far as you can, and our head is gently resting on the mat. Tucking the toes, coming into downward facing dog now. Bending each leg if you like. Bringing the left foot between the hands. Low lunge. Taking the left hand towards the ceiling as you plant down through the right hand, getting an upper body twist. Bringing that arm around in a circular motion from the back through to the front and high again. Another circular motion. Framing the front foot and then taking it out to the side of the mat and leaning the knee out on a 45-degree angle. Keeping the back leg off the ground if you want, otherwise feel free to lower it. Bringing the knee down to the mat and then coming down onto your forearms. Feeling that beautiful stretch in and around the hips and the glutes and the front of the back leg as we come into downward facing dog. Bending the legs again. Bringing the right foot between the hands. Taking the right arm to the ceiling. Left hand is directly under the left shoulder as we do some circular motions with the right arm. Keeping it outstretched, taking it all the way back and under, forward and then up. Last one. Taking the right foot to the outside of the mat now, leaning the right leg out on an angle. And then coming down onto the forearms for a deeper stretch in and around the hip flexors, the pelvis, in the front of that left leg. Taking the right foot back to meet the left in downward facing dog. And then bending the left leg underneath itself, right leg goes long. Bringing our arms up above our head. And then interlacing the fingers behind the back, pulling the arms up as high as you can. Coming down onto the forearms. Feeling a beautiful stretch on the inside of the left leg. Tucking the toes, downward facing dog. Bringing the right leg underneath the body. So it's a bit of an alternate pigeon pose. The leg's not on a 45-degree angle, it's just folded underneath itself as we interlace the fingers behind the back, pulling the arms away from the body. And then coming down onto the forearms. Coming into butterfly pose now. The soles of the feet are together. Guiding the knees towards the earth. And then placing our hands on the ground behind as we push the chest and the abdomen forward, dropping our head backward. And then leaning forward as we melt the upper body over the feet, taking our arms stretched out long in front. Turning so you're lengthways on the mat now, coming into a reverse tabletop. And then lowering the body to the mat, coming in for bridge pose, really squeezing the glutes underneath the body. Pushing up through the heels. And then reverse pigeon, one-legged bridge as we put the right ankle on the left knee. And then placing the right foot back down next to the left, coming into bridge pose again, squeezing the glutes. And then left ankle on right knee as we raise the hips off the floor again. Pushing through that right heel. And then coming in for an inversion pose. So balancing on our hands here and our shoulders and arms. Bringing the soles of the feet together as our knees go out wide. Really supporting that lower back with your hands. And then bringing the knees down by the head. And trying to get those feet on the ground if you can, using your arms to push the body towards the feet. You can even bring your hands up to your lower back if you want, just for a little bit of extra support. And breathing deeply here. And then gently raising the legs high again. And slowly lowering the body back to the mat. Hugging the knees in one more time and then taking them out to the side. Arms are straight. You can bend the arms here if you want and bring the knees closer towards the shoulders. So have a play around with it. And then taking the legs long, we're coming into Savasana, where we're just going to close down the mind. We're going to be here for about 4 or 5 minutes, so just really taking time to relax and reduce any tension or stress that you might be feeling. I'm going to pop some music on and hopefully you can feel calm and rested. I'll bring you out the other side. Starting to bring some movement back into the body now. Stretching, stretching, stretching. And when you're ready, rolling over to one side. And then gently pressing up into a seated position. Sitting nice and tall on your sit bones. Taking a deep breath in as we take our arms wide overhead, palms together, coming to our third eye, repeating after me, may I have kind and loving thoughts today. As we lower our hands to our lips, may I speak kind and loving words today. As I lower our hands to our heart, may I have kind and loving intentions today. Another amazing session, everyone. Namaste.